Welcome to Hispanic Pride, Orgullo Hispano, a bilingual podcast produced by the Miami-Dade County Hispanic Affairs Advisory Board in collaboration with community newspapers. Today, we're honored to welcome Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniella Levine Cava, the first woman ever elected a mayor of Miami-Dade County and the leader of one of the largest local government in the United States, serving nearly 3 million residents, and it is a privilege to welcome Ms. Levine Cava to Hispanic Pride, Orgullo Hispano. As Miami-Dade County welcomes the world through FIFA World Cup 2026 while commemorating America's 250th anniversary, Mayor Levine Cava joined us to discuss the county response to the recent earthquake affecting Venezuela, the success of the FIFA Fan Fest, and the World Cup matches taking place in Miami Gardens at the Miami Stadium, the county's year-long America 250 celebration, and the many 4th of July festivities taking place throughout our community. Madam Mayor, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Gemma Carrillo. It's a pleasure to be with you once again.
Thank you very much. And we are so honored that you're here. Especially, you are our very first non-Hispanic guest in our Hispanic
No,
Pride.
wow.
Yes. So we are very excited. Plus, you are our mayor, and it's just it's never ending the things that you have accomplished in such a short time.
Very kind.
And as we started this, our focus first was trying to speak about the World Cup and the Fan Fest and stuff like that. But we just had this horrible tragedy that happened in Venezuela. Tell us a little bit about how the county and you as a mayor are reacting to these events.
It's so devastating for all of us. Obviously, in Venezuela, it's unspeakable. We have so many Venezuelans, the largest population outside of the country itself, right here in South Florida. And their hearts are breaking. Our hearts are breaking. For many of them, they've already learned they've lost family members or they cannot even contact their missing loved ones. So it just gives me the chills. And we have all come out, mobilized to help the Venezuelan community. We have sent our USAR, that's Urban Search and Rescue, 80 men and women who are the best at search and rescue with their 6 dogs. We have launched a campaign through our website, miamidade.gov/cares, to invite people to know how they can volunteer and donate. We are going to be dedicating staff leave time through a resolution of the commission to support the victims and the country. I personally have gone to many of the places where people are donating to assist with the packing, even gone to the airport to bid adieu to a cargo plane with 50 tons of donated goods. We're proud to lend our support, and we know that it will not stop.
And our community thanks you because, like you said, Venezuelan residents that live in our area are one of the largest population in our area. And you were saying about you have gone off to chip off the cargo that they've already sent. What are some of the items that seem to be more in need that they're requesting more?
Certainly food, because so many are living in shelters or just sleeping on the street. We're sending tents, sleeping supplies, medical necessities, over-the-counter supplies, baby supplies, pet supplies, food that is non-perishable. I have seen also portable generators that people can use to power. Fortunately, the grid has been restored in that area. Water, people are sending fresh water because it would be difficult to obtain. So it's really vast. Hardware supplies, shovels, picks. Even I saw today wheelchairs and walkers.
Wow, very important, especially for people because everything has been lost. What is your message directly to the Venezuelan families that are living in our area? What is your message to them at this time?
Not only our hearts and prayers, but our feet, our hands, our dollars. We are here to support you through this difficult time. And we've sent the best of our best to help you with the search and recovery effort.
Well, we thank you. We really do, because this is going to be a tragedy for a very long time. There were two really horrible earthquakes, one right after the other, and we'll
Yes,
see. The thing has they have not even discovered yet everything that
absolutely.
actually happened.
I've heard that it was in the range of 800 buildings that were totally demolished.
And the numbers of people that are being found dead keeps going up.
Of course, and it will unfortunately have to continue rising because as the days go by, harder and harder to survive.
But in our community, in Miami-Dade County, there's so many things happening all the time. Not only are we celebrating the 250th anniversary of the American experience, our government,
Yes.
our democracy, but we also have this event that only happens every 4 years, and it's happening right in our area, FIFA World Cup. Tell us
Yes.
a little bit about the Fan Fest and the
Yes.
activities that are happening in Miami
Yes.
Stadium. What's going on with that?
Well, I've been involved since we first submitted the bid. I was actually a county commissioner at the time. And since I'm mayor, I've worked really hard to make sure that Miami would be one of the premier cities. We have 7 games, more than any other place that's participating. And we have contributed local funds to make it happen, which will be returned to us in economic activity, but also in long-term visibility. We have handled this situation extremely well, I must say. Of course, we're a little more than halfway through, but we feel very good that the fans are having a great experience. Traffic has not been horrendous. We've had transit. Many are riding transit, which is phenomenal. We've been compared to other cities with better transit systems, but ours is attracting. It's free, it's convenient, and it really makes sense. So we're thrilled about that. As you mentioned, the Fan Fest, fabulous. It has drawn thousands and thousands of visitors. Always the large screen. You can watch all the games, not just the ones being played here. Absolutely free, and wonderful vendors and a lot of entertainment. So it's a family-focused, fun place to enjoy the games for everyone.
And now, because of this issue with Venezuela, I understand they also have QR codes available there. Tell us a little bit about that at the Fan Fest.
Yes, and even at the game, which I did attend Saturday, Colombia, Portugal, there was even an announcement made to help the Venezuelan community and to stand in solidarity. And I must commend your director of Hispanic Affairs, Grisel Marino, who suggested it, and it was in fact accomplished.
Yes, it was. I mean, Grisel has been actually very involved, not only with the World Cup, but also with the Fan Fest and with everything that's happening with America 250. We've been going to all the meetings, which actually
Yes.
it doesn't end July 4th. I always want to remind people that we're
Yes.
going to continue celebrating
Yes.
through the year.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it. What is the committee doing, and what are some of the things they're doing
Yes.
to celebrate
So we
this?
created the Miami-Dade 250 Task Force, and we want the community to see the range of things throughout the county and to post their stories and also their activities. And just this week, we had a fantastic event, the burying of a time capsule in Tropical Park on the shores of the lakeside, and a historic marker that was put up thanks to the Daughters of the American Revolution. And this, to me, is very stirring. The idea of a time capsule, very fun. 50 years from now, it will be unearthed, and some of the great things we want to be remembered for will be inside the capsule. And we asked 80 organizations to contribute, so we have a good cross-section. Just very uplifting. And we will have our major 4th of July celebration as part of our 250 celebration as well at Tropical Park, with all kinds of performances and recognitions. So I'm very pleased about that. Many activities. This morning, I was at the airport, Miami International, where we did a tribute to veterans, and 70 U.S. flags were raised to honor 70 veterans with a diverse color guard from all the different public safety enterprises here. We had corrections, CBP, we had Southcom present, our sheriff's office, our fire department. We had a flyover with the fire department helicopter. So we installed a statue of a modern rendition of the American flag at the entrance to the Miami International Airport. So many exciting things, people really stepping up to reflect and commemorate and celebrate and look to the future of our great country.
This capsule that was buried on Monday, one of the organizations that contributed items was our Hispanic
Very good.
Affairs.
Yes.
So actually, our chair, our president of the board, she's in her early 20s, so she's hoping to be around for the 50 years when that.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. I was going to say that, first of all, your group was there in force, so thank you for that great support. And she said, I was thinking, who's going to be here in 50 years? And I realized, thinking, I'm 70, not likely I will be here in 50 years. But clearly she will be. And that was also very impressive that a young person is participating in commemorating our semi-quincentennial.
That's right. And I wanted, because I've heard you pronounce it a couple of times,
Yes.
and I've never been able to remember semi-quincentennial. That's
right.
Very
good.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
And talking about the 4th of July, which is going to be Saturday, you were saying that we are doing our regular things that we do to celebrate the 4th of July. We have a special event at Tropical Park. Tell us a little bit about that event.
Yes. Well, we have done Tropical Park for many years. This year, with sponsorship, we've been able to do even more. It starts, I believe, at 3 p.m. and goes till 9 p.m. Clearly, it will end with a firework and a drone, colorful display, I believe. So we're just going to be showcasing great things about our history, so even more than just our usual July 4th. But it's an interactive, and there'll be lots of food trucks and activities for the children.
For families also.
Families. Oh, it's, yes, of course, a very family-oriented event. We also, even on that day, July 4th, Saturday, and on the Sunday, you can go to what is now called the Museum of Miami, formerly History Miami, where they have on display the founding documents, the Declaration of Independence. And this is specially sent to us. Only 8 places in the country have received these original documents. We're very, very pleased that people could go and think about what was involved when they were debating. And you can see scratch outs on documents where they weren't sure, took something out, put something in. So really brings us into the moment. What were our founding fathers thinking about? We didn't have any founding mothers at that convention, but we know that they were very important behind the scenes.
That's right. And talking about the celebration for the 4th of July, besides Tropical Park, there are other commissioners that are doing events throughout the county. I know that Daniella Cohen Higgins is doing something in District 8, I think, and that used to be your district, so you're very familiar with the kind of event that she's holding. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so she's doing a fireworks display that is at our golf course, the Palmetto Golf Course, which is part of our park system at 152 and US 1. And I'm sure it will be beautiful. She did it last year as well. And, you know, we want people to go out and enjoy. There are other fireworks displays around the county, not just at Tropical, but Tropical will be the biggest celebration.
So they also, I'm sure that they're going to have something at Bayfront Park together with the Fan Fest to show.
Yes, the city of Miami is doing something at Bayfront Park, and of course they are host to Fan Fest, even though the county is participating, and it's all being put on by our host committee, which I'm a leader in the host committee, and we have wonderful people who've put this programming all together. Again, they've done a fabulous job.
And you know, the committee, the 250 America committee for Miami-Dade has been wonderful. I mean, I've been participating with you in the different meetings, getting the people that work with your office. Patrick Morris, for example, getting all those sponsorships to be able to get all these things happening for our community has been just great to be able to see.
And we have a merchandise shop. And for example, these pins come from that shop. Wait, see, try to make sure you can see it here on air. And we have hats and bags and shirts and other things so people can get into the spirit. We, as you said, we did raise money, but also it's the diversity of things. We have the school system did an essay contest with the history Museum of Miami. Miami-Dade College has many activities. Our own libraries did a series of fireside chats. So it's been very diverse, and mostly we do want people to share their stories. So we do have our website, miamidade.gov/ is it 250?
250 America. Yes.
250 America.
Yeah,
Thank you
yes,
for that.
yes.
Yes.
And what I was going to say is that the meetings that we've been attending every month have been wonderful because it has given us ideas, and
Yeah.
it really brought the community together. Like you were saying, Miami-Dade College, the school system,
Yeah.
every section of the community has participated and let us show that we are going to be 250 years old.
Yes. Incredible, right?
Incredible, yes.
Yes.
And
yes.
Miss Mayor, it has been really a pleasure to spend this time with you reviewing the things that we're doing in the county. Not only how our community is coming out to help Venezuela now that they just had this terrible earthquake, but everything that you're doing that goes so much goes into what you do every day. And sometimes we don't even realize that what's involved and how things are going. And actually, I wanted to congratulate you because I understand recently you just got inducted into the Miami-Dade Women Hall of
I
Fame.
did. Thank
So-
you. And that was part of what our advocacy groups also participated in. And that is a great honor. I do want to mention that there's a lot of concern now because of legislation that was passed at the state level that eliminates any public funding for diversity, equity, or inclusion type activities. And it was even suggested that maybe we couldn't have a wall of honor for women in the future. So hopefully we'll find our way to be able to do something to continue to honor our women through private sector, if not through county participation. But I was extremely honored to be part of it.
Yeah, that was a wonderful, wonderful event. And it's something that to remind all of us every day the amount of work that goes into everything that you do as
Yes,
mayor.
and we women, we bear so much responsibility, and it's not a burden, it's a joy.
As we wrap up this interview, is there something that you would like to tell the residents of Dade County as their leader, as their mayor, about everything that we've been doing, not just with America 250, but the World Cup and everything else? Give us a little message that you would like to leave to the residents.
Well, I do want to say, because we live in the most diverse and, in my opinion, unified and dynamic place on the planet, that we're so fortunate to have a great Hispanic community. So here we are with 70% plus of our community that can speak Spanish through their roots, 54% foreign born, and we are a place that has been so welcoming. We recognize that we are comprised. Almost all of us came from immigrant roots. There are a few Native American descendants as well, but the rest of us came here from someplace else, either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 generations ago. So we're so fortunate to have that incredible breadth of talents and cultures and experiences. And what I love most about living here and being mayor is that I do believe that we do appreciate that as a society, that we have this cultural diversity.
Mayor Levine Cava, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your leadership as our community responds to the needs of families affected by the earthquake in Venezuela. As we welcome visitors from around the world during FIFA World Cup 2026, and as we celebrate America's 250th anniversary with events and activities that will continue throughout the coming year. To our viewers, thank you for watching Hispanic Pride, Orgullo Hispano. Please follow us at the Miami Hispanic Affairs Advisory Board on social media at Hispanic MDC and subscribe to at Advocacy MBC on YouTube to watch this interview and all of our previous episodes. From all of us at the Miami-Dade County Hispanic Affairs Advisory Board and community newspapers, thank you for joining us. We'll see you the next time on Hispanic Pride, Orgullo Hispano.